Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Bobcat, the one you see here behind me. And I've had mixed feelings about the Bobcat as far as keeping it, getting rid of it. I've had it for sale a couple times and just couldn't quite part with it. So I picked it up and I traded it for a camper a couple years ago. And this particular model's a 313. Was built between 1978 and 1983. Originally came with a Kubota diesel engine, 12.5 horse, and the rating on it is 720 pounds. I think the bucket is somewhere between 500 and 700 pounds lifting capacity. It's got, it's only 36 inches wide. It's a compact, but it's super agile and handy for moving gravel around and leveling out areas and whatnot. That's what's made it hard to get rid of. It weighs about 1,900 pounds. I think it's like 1870. And like I said, the bucket's only 3 feet wide, so it can fit through like man gates and, you know, backyards and stuff like that. And the fellow that I bought it from bought it with a blown engine. And long story short, ended up going to Bobcat and contracting them for about $7 grand to put a Briggs & Stratton motor in it. So that's what's in it now, 16 horse, and it's a gas motor and basically like a lawnmower motor, and it's pretty awesome. Granted, it's old and not as smooth as a new one, but it's pretty fun to operate. I've shown it on a few videos. We used it for the mobile home removal. We've used it to move gravel several times. I've taken several loads of gravel. So I'm going to give you a walk around on that and show you a little bit of its performance. All right, so this is the interior tour of the Bobcat skid steer 1978 classic. You can see all the controls, pretty old school. Throttle, choke, hydraulic bleeds down below there. These are basically your control linkage. You got 2 foot pedals here for the bucket, and then your steering controls are right here. And up top, have ignition and hours and whatnot. Super basic. The old school bar that comes down when you're in it. Mounting handles and whatnot. It does have an auxiliary hydraulic. I've never used it, but it does have that. And a little tiny bucket. So part of the retrofit that occurred when they put the new motor in, they did not pull the gas tank, and that's why there's a boat tank on top, because the gas tank is way underneath, and definitely some issues with that. So I've changed filters multiple times, fuel filters, and I continue to have problems. So I just ended up throwing that tank on because I didn't want to have to pull the engine and all that to get the gas tank out. One other thing I wanted to show you. My neighbor and I built this extended exhaust that goes up over the cab, because when I first got it, I noticed that you get a little lightheaded when you're doing a lot of reverse work, because the exhaust came right into the cab. So with that little pipe extension, that's not an issue. So we'll move on to the outside here. All right, guys, so in true Oregon fashion, it's raining pretty well out there right now, but we're gonna take the Bobcat out, move some gravel around, and we'll give you a pilot's view of the little tiny Bobcat. Here we go. I'm not that big of a guy. I'm like, what, 5'10" or so. And I won't tell you how much I weigh, but anyway, it's still a little bit tight in here. I got a couple buddies that tried to use it and they just could not fit in here. So it does help if you're a little bit smaller. Bring our bar down. Main thing with the bar is you don't want it falling in your face when you're moving. So you may not hear me once I start this thing up. We're gonna take it outside and I'll give you the rest of the tour, and we'll move some gravel around. Here we go. Choke on. That hydraulic pump moves some stuff around a little bit. Got our engager down here, you can see it. Put that on. And turn this around. Hey guys, so not the ideal weather to be moving gravel. Raining pretty good, and supposed to be raining for a while, but I'm gonna give you a little demo. Got more gravel there to go. Gonna save a little bit for another plumbing project. Whoops. But I'm not gonna really worry about making the driveway pretty till all the construction's done, because there's a lot of ripping up of the driveway going on. I'll give you a walk around of the engine. Alright, so I'll give you a peek at it. A little dusty right now, but sweeping the shop out every day, it gets messy. But yeah, it's a Vanguard 16, and like I said, this is the old fuel, and it goes right to the bottom, and I just couldn't figure out a way to get to replace that tank, and so I ran that fuel line from the top. But it's pretty simple, easy to get to. Oil filter is easy to get to. The oil change is easy to do. So it's a good little motor, and in theory, it should be bulletproof if I take care of it. So anyway, that's the story. That's the Bobcat 313. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.